Hey guys, before we get into this video, I offer free coaching calls to every single person who comments, right? We've been giving away 2 to 3 coaching calls every single video. So if you want to win a coaching call and you want me to help you with your dropshipping business, and this is a free one-on-one, there's nothing, no strings attached. I just want to help and I want to find out what those beginner problems are. And that'll help me make more videos on the channel. Just comment down below. All right, let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another e-commerce vlog. And in these e-commerce dropshipping vlogs, I'm going to take you through my business, how many sales we made for the day, what was the profit like or lack thereof for today. And we're going to explain to you how we run a dropshipping business every single day. After that, we're going to go into a very important question. Today's question is, how did I actually set up my dropshipping business? Like what is my LLC? How do I do my accounting? What type of softwares and what do I use to set up everything so I can get paid? Okay, so that's a very important question, and it took me a really, really long time to figure this out. And if this can even help any person, whether in the United States or international, I hope it does, because it took me about 5 years to figure this whole thing out. Okay. The things that I won't be going into is like taxation and stuff. I feel like I'm not qualified to talk about that. But what I am qualified to talk about is just the setup of everything. Okay. So without further ado, let's go into our sales today. So unfortunately, unfortunately, we made zero sales today. Actually, we did make sales today, but as I was fulfilling the order in the morning, I saw an email from the customer saying, hey, they wanted a refund. But it is what it is. That does happen. Zero sales today and an $85 loss, which is completely fine. Well, the loss isn't actually $85. It's actually only $5 because we had renewals come in. And for those of you wondering what type of drop shipping this is, let me show you in October. All right. So in the month of October, we did about $32,000 in sales. In November, we're up to about $5,000 in total in sales. We're up to $5,000 in sales now. The type of dropshipping we do is very different. We do high ticket payment plan dropshipping. So we sell products that are worth $200, right? $240 to be exact, and we sell them on a payment plan for $39.97 for 5 payments, or 6 payments, 5 remaining payments, right? And in November, our business has been hit with a lot, but we are fighting back every single day. Number one, we had a huge pixel issue, which led to multiple days of no sales. We fixed that. Then we decided to raise pricing, and it kind of worked, but it didn't. And yesterday, I learned one of the biggest lessons that every dropshipping business owner will learn is that don't make changes to something that's already working. All right. So in an effort yesterday to increase my conversion rate, so my conversion rate went from being really good, right, averaging 2.8%, right? And this is a $250 product, so that's amazing, right? It crashed, right? It went to about 0.6%, right? Sorry, 0.8%. So I lost 50% in conversions, right? So in an effort to change that, what I did was I made a huge amount of changes to my website. Okay. And I thought these changes, when I up the credibility, when I up everything, I'm going to get lots and lots of sales. Unfortunately, that didn't end up happening. Okay. We're not seeing as many sales. So what I did was I reverted everything back to its original. And I learned an important lesson is that in dropshipping, when you find something that's working, don't try to hit Hail Marys to make big changes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they will not work. What you want to do is pull big levers. What you want to do, is pull small levers that will make big changes. So a small lever here that will make a big change is price. So what we've done is we've gone ahead and we've changed the price once more. And before we made it, so first it was $39.97 for 6 months. So these are one payment has come in, these are 5 more remaining payments. Then we changed it to $79.99 for 3 months. Okay. It all ends up to being $250 anyways, right? Now we've changed the price one more time and we've made it $597. Sorry, we made it $599. We've made it $597 for 4 months. Okay. So we've changed the price one more time. The optimist in me is telling me that this is going to go ahead and make a big impact in our sales, and we're going to start seeing those sales come back up. Even if we have to take a few days of losses, that's fine, guys. I want to show you some of these older sheets where it was just losses, and then in September we took a big a record profit of 80. We made 18K in sales with 8K in profit. In October, we did 32K in sales with 17K in profit. And now in November, we're slowing down, right? We only made 5K in sales with 2K in profit, but that's fine. Okay, we continue moving forward. This is what dropshipping is like. This is what any business is like. You're not going to take profits all the time. If you are, you are absolutely amazing. You're lucky. I want to speak to you. But I've been doing this for a while. It can't just be green, green, green. It has to be green, green, green. Then take reds, and then optimize your business, and then take bigger greens, right? So that's what we're doing. Okay. And in my channel, it's tough to upload on days where I've taken losses, but you guys are sort of on this journey with me, right? So we're in this together. We're doing this together. This is a journey that we're on together. So I'm going to share everything with you guys. Okay. Now let's move over to uh, how I have set up my entire business. What are all the different softwares that I use? What are all the different tools? How I've actually set up the business structure. All right. So for drop shipping, the first thing you want to decide when you're doing this is like, where are you going to sell? Okay. So the first step is the country. Now, if you're selling in the US, right? If you're selling in the US, this is probably a good video for you, USA. If you're in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, this is probably going to be also a good video for you because I have both of these set up for myself. Okay. So let's talk about the USA. How do you need to set up your dropshipping business? The first thing you're going to need is an LLC. Okay. This is important. You're going to need an LLC. If you are a US resident or if you're not a US resident, if you're a US resident, I can't really speak to what it is, but I know I've helped thousands of people get their businesses set up, and this is how exactly I've advised them, and this is exactly what I have done as well. Okay, so where do you get your LLC from? Now, this is a service that I use. Let me just pop that over to you guys. Okay, so this is the service that I've used. It's called DelawareInc.com. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and form a company. So you go form a company now. Okay, and then they have different packages. Okay, so all you have to do is get an LLC. Okay, and they have different packages, right? It's very cheap. They have something called the green package. Okay, I don't know where this thing is. Hold on, let me just turn off my ad blocker. Maybe that's what's stopping that thing from coming. Okay, so compare our pricing. Okay, so this is the $50 a year fee that you sort of have to pay. But okay, so the least expensive formation package is $200. Okay, you're gonna have to pay this. Okay, but you don't need the virtual office, you don't need all of this stuff. Okay, the two things that you need is to form the LLC, and you need an EIN number. This is extremely important, to form the LLC and the EIN number. Okay, so you go ahead, start your order. Okay, and when you're checking out, don't, like, they have a few upsells, don't, you just need the green package where they send you all of the requirements, and then you go ahead and get the least expensive, and then you have to get an EIN number. Okay, these two are extremely important. All right, so once you have your LLC formation, okay, and your EIN number, and one more pro tip I'm going to tell you is name your LLC properly. This is a mistake that I've made. I still deal with it to this day. My LLC and my website name are not the same. Whatever your website name is going to be, name the LLC exactly that. Okay. So just be clear on your website and what you're going to name it. Name your LLC exactly that. Okay. That's step number one. Now, step number two is you're going to go ahead and create a Mercury bank account. Okay. Now, what is Mercury? Okay. Now, Mercury is so once this is done, okay, once you get your LLC and EIN information, once you submit all this to them, they will go ahead and require your documents. Like, you have to send them using your Gmail, you have to send them your passport, IDs, all these. You just have to check that you're a human, like you're a proper guy, right? And then once you send all of that, okay, then you go ahead and you have to have your documentation, all right, and you have to have your EIN number. These two are extremely important. Then you have to create a Mercury um, account. Okay, now what is Mercury? Okay, Mercury is freaking amazing. All right, so let me show you what Mercury is. So Mercury.com is just like an online bank. Okay. And it is so amazing because it offers you unlimited credit cards and unlimited debit cards. Okay. So this is going to be really important. So I have a Mercury account. Okay. And my Mercury account is something that I created right after I got my LLC. No, actually, I did it way before. I wish I did it right after, right? But this is something that you should do. As soon as you have your LLC, you have your LLC and your EIN information, you go ahead and open up a Mercury bank account. It's just like a normal bank account. All of your money will come into Mercury, and then you can use these cards over here to pay your bills, okay? And this will be your business bank account. Now, um, for Mercury, okay, they're gonna probably require that you have an address in the USA. Okay, now this is what's worked for me. I don't know if it's gonna work for a lot of people, but what I've done is I've used this service. So I use physicaladdress.com. That's given me a virtual address for my business. Okay, and it's a very low payment. I've been paying it for freaking years now, but this will give you a virtual address, and this virtual address is required because your business needs to have an address, right? So if you have a virtual address, most of these platforms accept it. Okay, so once you have your LLC and your address, open up a Mercury bank account, and then setup is super easy. Then you get a bunch of cards. Okay, now that you have a Mercury bank account and an LLC, the next thing you want to do is you want to open up a Stripe account. Okay, now again, Stripe will ask you for the following information. Stripe will say, "Hey, do you have an LLC?" Yes, you do. You submit all of that information here, okay? And then Stripe will ask you, "Hey, do you have an EIN number?" Yes, you do. You put that in, okay? And then it'll ask you, "Hey, do you have a bank account?" Yes, you put that in, okay? Stripe will also ask you if you have a website, okay? Now, it's not really necessary, but it's always good to provide it. Okay. And so if you want to create a website really quickly, I would recommend going to, so I'm just going to go here and I'm actually going to add website as well. So just create it because actually everyone's going to ask you, like, everyone's going to ask you, like your Mercury is going to ask you, everyone's going to ask you for a website. Okay, so what I would do is I would just go to shopfunnels.net and I would just go create a template, go to website, okay, and just get started. Okay, it's completely free. You'll get a subdomain, so you don't even have to connect a domain. Just pick any website and then that can be your website. Okay, and it'll be live. You have a 14-day free trial and it is cheaper than ClickFunnels and Shopify, and this is what I used to build my business on anyway. So just go here, go click monthly, get started for free. It's 14 days free, right? And then you just go ahead and get started. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so now that you have your LLC, your address, and your website, and you can set up your Mercury, and you'll have a Stripe account. Now, what is Stripe? Stripe is what you use to collect payments. Okay, so let me show you. Stripe is what you're going to need to collect payments. Okay, this is what people will use to pay. Okay, so you need to have Stripe. Another thing you're going to need is PayPal. So with all of this information, you can also set up a PayPal account. Okay. Now the last thing that you're going to need, okay, now is a Payoneer account. Okay. Now what is Payoneer? Um, so see, Payoneer is another online bank. Okay. Is another online bank. Okay. Now Mercury. Okay. Mercury is able to do Mercury can send money to bank accounts. Okay, so um, let's say you made like $100. Okay, Stripe will send that 100 to Mercury. Okay, Stripe will send that 100 to Mercury. And now let's say you want to withdraw that to your own personal bank account. From Mercury, you can send it to your own private bank account. Okay, but sometimes it gets stuck in verification and sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't. I've never done it. Like, I've never sent money directly from my Mercury to my bank account. What I do though is I send money from my Mercury to a Payoneer bank account, and Payoneer is an online bank that is great for international transfers. Okay, so it is just another bank account and it'll require all the same information to set up. So LLC, address, website will need all of the information. Set up your Mercury Payoneer account, and from Mercury, send your money to Payoneer, and from Payoneer, you send it to yourself. Okay, this is you. And that's how money is moved around. Okay, Payoneer, again, it's very easy to set up. Let me show you the website. This is the Payoneer website. Super easy to use. Like, I use it all the time. Okay. But if you just have this, if you have your LLC, your Mercury, and your Stripe, you should be good. You can start doing online business. Okay. Payoneer is just an additional that you send from Mercury to send it to your personal account. But from Mercury, they will even send you the physical card. So I have a physical Mercury card, and you can use that at shops like coffee, XYZ. You can make business expenses and stuff on that. How does taxation work? That depends on where you're from, and you should get tax advice, but you should basically give your accountant information to your statements and everything, and they'll advise you on the best way to file taxes. Okay, so this is all in the USA. Now, how do you do this in the UAE? In the UAE, where I also have a business. Okay. What you're going to want to do is the first thing is you're going to want to set up an LLC. Okay. LLCs in UAE a little bit more expensive. Okay. Once you have an LLC set up, you're going to need a virtual bank account. I use Vio Bank. Okay. You're going to need to set that up through your LLC. It's pretty simple. You just download the app, put in all of the information. It's the Vio personal bank app. Let me show you. So it's this Vio business app. All right. So you download this app and then you'll be able to run it. Okay, so once you have your LLC and once you have your VO account, then what you're going to need, once you have these two, you're going to set up a Stripe account. Oh, I think I've reached the limit of where the board will take me. Okay, so where were we? Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I need to shift this somewhere else. All right, I need to start a new Canva. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So we were talking about UAE, right? So we need an LLC. We need an LLC. Then we need the Weo Bank app, and then we need Stripe. Okay, it's pretty simple if it's in the UAE, and then Stripe will be able to send the money back to your Weo, and then from Weo you can send it back to yourself. It's pretty easy if you're in the UAE, but it's just like a lot more expensive. Okay. But if you live in the UAE, or if you want to do business in the UAE, if you want the tax advantages of the UAE, then you want to do it here. And if you have any questions on how to set up a business in the UAE, just talk to me, and I'll be more than happy to guide you through that specifically. If you want to save some money on taxes and whatnot. Okay. All right, guys. That was today's video. This took me a long freaking time to learn, like a really, really long time. So if I helped any one of you guys, I'm so happy. Another thing, guys, is and I'm probably should have added it in the start of the video, but whatever. We do free coaching calls. So all you have to do to win a coaching call with me, and it will be me, it will be one-on-one, and all I care about is how I can help solve any problems in your business. Just comment down below. Just comment anything down below for a chance to win a free coaching call. If you don't want a coaching call, you just want to comment, feel free to do so. If you have a question that you want me to answer in the comments, feel free to do so. I answer every single comment, no matter how long, short, or complex it is. I try to answer you guys any questions that you guys have. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.